on this computer. All right, let's get it.
You make me happy. Thank y'all for joining us on the Habitual Line Sippers podcast. I am Garrett Charles Langley Henson.
And I am Terry Ricardo DeShazo the second. What's good, baby? We are back. And like we always do it, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment, bro. We talk back. Talk a lot of crap, but it's worth it. Have a little fun. NFL time, baby. We're back. Week 6, if I'm not mistaken. We're going over.
Yeah, it's about to be week 7. Just finished up week 6.
Yeah.
I know that because the Falcons are 4-2, and I can add those numbers.
Nah, they're not bad, man. They're not bad. So let's go over some of these teams are fraudulent, some of these teams are not. But let's keep it moving. And which games did you watch? Tell me what you saw week 6.
Well, you know me. The Falcons played at 425, so I had like the red zone on one screen. It was just flipping through the others on the other. So I tried to like get a little bit of everything in, but I didn't dedicate my time to just watch the Commanders or something like that.
Commanders, Ravens. All right, so
yeah, I did have that on for a fair amount on one of the screens, but once the Ravens just started rolling them over, I was like, all right, I can start diversifying my portfolio.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. So before we get crazy into like deep diving on what you wanted to talk about, so like Thursday was 49ers Seahawks.
First of all, hold on.
Go for it.
What are these Seahawks fucking uniforms that look like the Atlanta Hawks uniforms when they had Pistol Pete? What is that?
Baby. Color Rush?
You gonna change it right now? Fucking like royal blue has never been one of their colors, but they're like primary now. Yep, we're the royal blue team.
Wasn't that they used to do? That was their old logo, right? They had like the royal blue. Because I think now they're doing more of like the lime green with the kind of dark navy blue.
Is that why they wore those? Were those like semi throwbacks? Because they look brand new.
I guess. I think like the Thursday games, they're starting to do like the not all the way color rush, but they're trying to at least like entice people to go to Amazon and watch it. Because like the numbers on Amazon are decent for the most part. Like most of the games are still doing okay, which I have a problem with it because most of the games are pretty garbage. This game was okay. People, you need to get a life. These Thursday games suck. Like
the only person who has a problem with it is Al Michaels, who like you can watch falling asleep during some of these broadcasts.
But like, do you watch the Thursday games for the most part since they've been happening? Like every week now?
Yeah, this week I probably watched 4 out of the 6.
4 out of the 6. And yeah, I mean, I would say you're an avid NFL watcher. So hey, maybe they need to get better. And you got Amazon Prime too, right? So you're watching.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I tune in for the 6-person halftime show where everyone talks for 20 seconds and never addresses what the person said before them.
No, that's fact. So 49ers are 3-3. They got the dub. Geno Smith looked like trash. Not a whole lot I could take away from it. I mean, 49ers look okay. I don't really know exactly why they're still favorites. Not overall favorites, but like I think they're still like a top 5 favorite for Vegas to go to the Super Bowl. Purdy talk might be over for me. I'm done trashing him. I think he's going to be a decent guy as long as Shanahan is there. If they change up coaches, I might think differently. But 49ers taking a dub. Good shit. 12-point win. Cover the spread. Give me my money. It's easy. Anything for you? You good? Uniform Seahawks. You didn't like it? You hated it?
I mean, every time Deebo Samuel plays, the 49ers are good. And every time he's out, their offense just looks completely dysfunctional and like loss of identity, all that type of stuff. So no surprise to me that he came in, had another like 40-yard touchdown where he caught it and rumbled through some people. That's how he always looks. Kittle stepped up, had 2 touchdowns. Boy, Brock Purdy was looking like fucking old school Aaron Rodgers, extended plays, throwing darts, taking big shots. That's one thing I like about Brock Purdy is it seems like this season, nobody's wanted to take like chances with the football and throw the ball fucking deep. And everyone's like, oh, it could be a turnover. We got to run the Bears offense where we average 4.5 yards per target.
Whoa. What's up with the slander, son?
Sorry. I meant the Browns. But Brock
Okay.
Purdy, he's like, I'm gonna throw it in tight windows. I'm gonna sling
Yep.
this thing downfield. I know Brandon Ayuk can turn into a defensive back if I fucking underthrow this.
Might be better as one of
I
those.
fuck with it. At least they're interesting, man. At least they're taking shots out here instead of playing
Yeah.
it safe like most of the rest of the NFL.
No, that's true. I will say, like, of the Thursday games, these two teams are exciting to watch because like they go for it. Like even though the Seahawks lost and they were out of it for most of the game, but like they give it a fighting chance. They throw the ball. They let Geno sling it. At this point, though, like I don't know. I don't want to deep dive into it, but I'm out. Geno, he said that fire line. They wrote back. I didn't write back, or whatever the fuck he
Yeah,
said.
they wrote me off, but I ain't right
Yeah.
back.
Uh, yeah, we're writing you off again, buddy. you
Hey,
can't.
do it
You
at
don't get
your
to
own
write back.
peril. I'm still on Team Geno Smith. He's another guy who will actually throw the fucking ball deep. I like watching
He'll
Geno
sling
play.
it.
And we're playing the Seahawks this week. So,
Ooh,
I've had to go
Falcons. Falcons
digging in the
Seahawks.
crates to watch a little more Geno. He scares
Go
me.
for it.
I'm not gonna
Go
lie.
for it.
He fucking scares me. Geno
Hey
Smith,
man.
he's capable of having those days where he throws 3 interceptions. He's
Yeah.
also just as capable of throwing for 350 and 3 touchdowns.
No, that's facts. Or he could do both. You never know with
Yeah.
him. He's an
Then
interesting one.
we'd have to rename him Baker Mayfield.
Facts, facts. That'll be one of the next games we talk to. Let's keep it moving. Bears Jaguars. London game. Jaguars home game, basically, because they played
Where
in London for the next what
where's the
5 years straight. Go ahead.
where's the Terry DeShazo confidence index with the Bears? Because we started off and you were kind of like an abused girlfriend where you're like, I've seen this before. I don't want to get my hopes up. Everyone treats me good at the start of the relationship. We'll wait to see what it's like 6 months in. Terry, now we're more than a third of the way through the season. Caleb Williams seemingly has turned a corner. That defense looks legit. What is your confidence index slash your actual hope with the Chicago Bears?
It's still at a 4. I'll give it a 4. When the season first started, it was a 1 for
He's
sure.
still an abuse victim.
What do you want? Like what? What? Like
He's
I'm not just
living a
about to turn it.
scared life.
No, I'm not about to turn around and be like, oh, yeah, they look pretty good. No, you get the same old me. Caleb Williams, we played the Jacksonville Jaguars, who had the last place defense in the entire NFL. And last week we played the Panthers, who we know, because we both live in North Carolina, that the Panthers are absolute trash. Whoop-de-doo. He looked awesome, and the offense looked competent for 2 weeks straight. First 4 weeks, no. Man, we played the Titans. We looked bad. It was a couple teams. I didn't like the ball movement. That's all I'm gonna say. He looks
Okay.
okay. We're 4-2. I woke up at 9:30 to watch the game because I felt like we could move the ball and also put him on my fantasy team because Jacksonville sucks. I'm sick of Trevor Lawrence. I was a big Trevor Lawrence fan for a while. He's out of there for me. So biggest takeaway for me, dog, Jacksonville sucks. I'm still gonna keep my confidence at where it is. Plus, it's not more of like I'm not excited for our team. It's unfortunate this year that our division is absolutely amazing. And it's gonna be
Unfortunate for
tough.
sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I mean, Vikings are playing tough. They're still undefeated. Lions, we know, are really good. They're my Super Bowl pick, and the Packers are looking back to what they've kind of showed us at the end of last year. Besides any of the NFC North games that they played against each other, I think they're 20-4 versus all the teams, or 16-4, or something like that. I forget what the record is. They're unbeatable versus other squads right now in any other division. This might be the division where 4 teams make the playoffs. I didn't think that was going to be possible, but since they changed up the rules, we might have every single one of these teams in the NFC North make the playoffs, bro. So Bears looking
If
good.
y'all remember on our preseason predictions, we had 3 making it out. Now we obviously didn't have the Vikings, but we did have the Bears,
No.
Packers, and Lions coming out, both of
Yeah.
us. So
They might regress to the mean though, but you never know.
Yeah.
Any
they
takeaways
might.
from you?
Bears are looking good, bro.
Defense is awesome.
Once again, yeah, that defense, fantastic, man.
Yeah.
Like y'all's takeaways, so timely, solid on all 3 levels. I'm not used to watching like the defensive line pressure the quarterback being a Falcons fan. So being able to turn on the Bears and get to see that is like really fun.
Yeah.
And then the offense, they've got it together, man. Like so far, they're 6th in the whole league in DVOA. They're
Yep.
2nd in defensive success rate. They're third in expected points added per drive. They had the most efficient offensive performance of any team in week 6. And it was their best offensive performance since 2018. They found a run game. They're getting explosive plays.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams is putting the ball in tight windows in the red zone, putting it in places where only Keenan Allen can adjust and go get it.
Keenan Allen's
Um,
healthy.
he's back. And since week 4, Caleb Williams, second highest success rate in the entire NFL, almost 10% completion percentage over the expectation. So he's darting it in tight windows. And
Nice
the
turnaround.
Bears in total, fourth in expected points added per play over the course of the season. So
Yeah.
they're coming along, man. And usually it takes rookie quarterbacks a little while to kind of get their feet wet and learn the rhythm of the pro game and the speed of everything. And they're asking so much from him.
Yeah.
The center's not calling the protections. They're asking a rookie quarterback to do it. He's
Hey,
the
he's
one
got
who's
it, bro.
doing like the audibles at the
Yeah.
line. He's checking plays. They're putting a lot on his plate, especially compared to like Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix and Drake May, some of the other like rookie starters. Caleb
Yeah.
Williams is having to do more than all of them, and it looks like he's getting really comfortable doing it.
Hey.
So I ain't a Bears fan. I haven't been abused before just by the Atlanta Falcons. I have my own trauma,
Yeah.
but from the outside looking in, got to feel pretty good as a Bears fan.
Yeah.
But as you
Hey,
mentioned,
man.
Terry, y'all
Go
had the
for it.
easiest schedule so far in the NFL.
Yeah.
You have the hardest remaining schedule.
Yep. Next week, though, I like this matchup. We play the Commanders, so that'll be an interesting one. Rookie versus rookie. Who's
Yeah.
going to take the title? I like that one. But you're right. After that, it's going to be tough. But like you said, since week 4, we played the Rams, who also were on a downslide. So
And hurt, beat up.
yeah, in a row, it was Rams, horrible defense, Panthers, horrible defense, Jacksonville, the absolute worst defense. So, hey, look, Caleb, keep doing your thing, dog. I'm not saying you're not doing great things, but I am saying fool me once, fool me twice, fool me 3 times. Stop it. I'm not getting fooled. I'm done with it. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's go to NFC South. Bucks Saints. I'm just going. This is the first 1 o'clock game I started watching. 51-27. Big takeaway. Saints are frauds. We knew that. Derek Carr sucks. Spencer Rattler looked pretty decent. Not gonna lie. Baker Mayfield 2 fluky interceptions out of the 3 that he threw. He looks kind of awesome. I think people kind of forget he was awesome with the Browns. Made it to the playoffs. Got hurt 2 years. Played for the Rams. I kind of like what he did there. Panthers, horrible franchise. They don't really know how to handle quarterbacks. Bucks might be good. Watch out, Atlanta. That's all I'm saying. What about you?
Yeah, and most concerning for Falcons fans, it looks like they finally found a run game, and it looks like they've
Yeah.
kind of realized we need to go to Bucky Irving. We need to go to I forget what the name of the third running back was, but he looked fucking awesome. He's
Yeah.
a this dude
I'll
is a
look his name
unit.
up.
I've
Yeah.
never heard of him, but he looked like an athletic fucking freak. Whoever this guy is.
Sean Tucker or Bucky Irving? Which one?
Yeah, no, Tucker, Bucky Irving.
Tucker.
I don't know anything about Tucker other than like what I saw this past weekend, but he jumped off the screen. I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, he's a big
And
dude.
it's a big difference from Rashad White, who's
Oh yeah.
averaging less than 4 yards a carry the last 2 seasons. They had the worst run game in the NFL. And now, like, it's looking like they got some balance, looking like they
Yeah.
got some guys, looking like they may have a two-headed fucking Hydra over down there in the backfield.
Yeah. If they start running it, they're gonna be a problem.
Defense is old. The linebackers are old. They
A little
can't
bit.
really move in space that well. They got good safeties and one good corner. I don't think the other one's that good. But if they can keep their head above water on defense, this offense is legit.
Yeah, no, Baker is nice. They're gonna be something to watch out for, bro. Honestly, I mean, because they're putting up crazy points. It's only really been what, like 1 game they didn't score a lot. I think it was the
Falcons, baby. Let's
well, they
fucking
scored
go.
30 in that game though.
Did they?
Yeah, it was 36-30. You beat them. That was an exciting Thursday night game, but it was 36-30.
Fair
You beat them
enough.
in overtime.
Fair enough.
Hell
I
of a
just got
game.
lost in the sauce. I got lost in the sauce. I'm not gonna lie.
And I mean, even like week 1, they beat the Lions, who we thought or at
Yeah.
least me. A lot of people actually are thinking they're going to be like a Super Bowl team. So they got a squad. Offensively, they got a nice little squad, man. Watch out for them.
Yep. Yep. And like we said about the Saints, we said this right after week 2. They're not real. They're not legit. They're a bunch
No.
of frauds. And at least Spencer Rattler looked like a
Yeah.
competent NFL quarterback.
Yeah. I
You know, they
squinted.
cre- they
I
credit
squinted.
him.
I
I
thought
think
he
it
was
was.
Derek Ritter or whatever. I thought he was Desmond Ritter for a second when
I
I
did
was
at
squinting.
first. He looks like him, but then he started
Yeah.
completing passes, and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
that's not
Yeah.
Desmond Ritter."
Yeah. He was throwing it forward.
Yeah, he didn't fumble through the end zone. Oh, that's got to be somebody else. So yeah,
Oh
not
man.
much to say about that. The Saints got their fucking ass beat. The Bucks are
Yeah.
going to be challenging to win the NFC South,
Yeah.
and there's a clear like the Falcons and Bucks are the top 2, and there's a clear bottom 2, and that's the Panthers and Saints.
Yeah, that's facts. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's break this one down because you were talking about Lamar Jackson earlier. Ravens Commanders, decent little game. Jaden is showing us he's not a fraudulent player. He's showing us he's got something to prove in this NFL. 30-23. Ravens get the dub. They're looking like they might be a favorite. What say you, my boy? You got some things to say about Lamar over there in Baltimore?
Your boy is out here streaking, man. We've already seen him win 2 MVPs.
Yeah.
He's playing his best football we've ever seen right now.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's not really close. The Ravens are first in offensive DVOA, and the difference between them and the Commanders, who are number 2, is the same difference as the number 2 Commanders and the number 11 Seahawks. Like there is a astronomical gap between the best offense in the league and the second best. And we talked about the last couple of weeks using Derrick Henry against light boxes,
Yep.
using the options with Lamar. When they packed the box, now we can go deep to Zay Flowers. Now we can work those 2 tight end sets with Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they had terrible field position this whole game, and it didn't matter. They had touchdown drives, 94 yards, 93 yards, 78 yards, and Lamar made every single one look easy. They had 28 first downs. They almost had 500 yards of offense. Lamar only had 6 incomplete passes and threw for 325 yards.
Yeah.
And on the season, Lamar is third among all quarterbacks in expected points added for pass plays. Number 1, of course, for all quarterbacks in expected points added for run plays. Oh, and by the way, he's up to 8th in the entire NFL in rushing yards. Not for quarterbacks, for everybody.
For everybody. Yeah. You think that's gonna last though, man? It's a lot of I don't understand why he doesn't go.
Hey, I got Lamar and Derrick Henry on my fantasy team. It better fucking last. I'll tell you that much.
No, realistically, I got Lamar too. I changed my team from take that to in Lamar we trust because legal reasons. I had to change the name. But is it good? Is he gonna stay healthy though? You're taking a lot of hits. Go down, my boy. You got Derrick Henry. Just go down. Live to fight another day.
That's always the question with Lamar, but
He
it
gets
seems like
sometimes.
the hits he's taken are not the Jaden Daniels type hits where you get absolutely fucking blasted, and they're more like the Russell Wilson Seahawks hits where you get like a helmet on your hip. You know what I mean?
Got you. I got you. He tries to put a little punishment in too. I mean, as much as he can do. But at least he's not getting tackled. He's it's like more of a 50-50 type of tackle, if you know what I mean.
I did see him not get out of bounds and get blown up on the sideline, and then the Ravens were about to start a fight, and I was like, "Be mad at Lamar!" Like he just decided to stand with 2 feet in bounds instead of running out of bounds.
Hey, look, if Sean Payton, he's still coaching in this league. I'm not saying go for it, but if I'm the other team, and I don't even know who the Ravens' backup is. Yeah. Get out of bounds, or I'm blasting you, dog. I'm not putting a bounty on you, but I'm saying if he's just gonna, try to stay up, hit his ass hard, right in his right arm, right shoulder, right arm. Go for it every time. Hit the legs.
Hey, and that's what they did, and it still ain't affect him. He bounced right up. He was like, "Guys, don't worry about starting a fight, blowing this third down conversion. It's fine, guys. I'm good."
Eddie, you think Derrick Henry can win MVP, or is that gone?
No,
it's going to be Lamar? But if you look into later in the seasons, right? Weather gets colder.
I mean, Derrick Henry, he'd have to score 25 touchdowns. If he gets 25 touchdowns, then sure. But
So I mean,
it
just to put it out there, like even the year he ran for 2,000 yards, he didn't get one single first place MVP vote.
just ridiculous. But
They gave the
whatever.
MVP to Aaron Rodgers that year.
You know
20
how they always do that shit, man. It's a quarterback
quarterbacks.
award.
It's insane. So no chance for Derrick Henry. 25 touchdowns. What if he gets like how many rushing yards does he have right now? We're in week 6.
Probably like 800 something. Probably
Uh,
no. Let me chill. Let me say 720.
he's got 704.
Okay. All right. Pretty
704 yards, 8 touchdowns, week 6. If
in
we move
6 games.
if we move that to 17 game season,
That's almost 1,900 yards and like what, 20 touchdowns?
yeah, 19 tutties, 1,900 yards, no MVP.
Not good enough. Sorry.
But
We
like,
love the guys who can throw the football.
that's crazy, man.
When's the
We'll
last
see.
time a running back won it? Was it LaDainian Tomlinson when he had like 30
Probably.
touchdowns in one season?
Probably off the top of my head, he probably is the last guy. They
Maybe
love quarterbacks.
Adrian Peterson, the
Maybe
season he came
AP
back from his ACL when he was running over people and stomping on their chest like Draymond Green,
and spanking his kid. Yeah, I don't know.
witching him.
Let's see. Let me go back into the archives and look for quarterback. Adrian Peterson, 2012. Yep, Minnesota.
And I bet the one before that was LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yep, LT 2006. And then Sean Alexander the year before that. So back-to-back RBs, but
Yeah, that was a different league.
yeah. Well, the quarterbacks have stepped it up, but recently it started to look like it was, turning
Regressing.
back the time. Yeah, back into running,
Mm-hmm.
but these quarterbacks. But I mean Ravens look scary, dog. I'm worried about the Chiefs. All those receiver injuries and all that shit. Week 1, I think that's when you caught everybody at full strength. But I saw some things in that game. I was like, the Ravens can beat them. It's a possibility. Lamar just has to be
All they got to
awesome.
do is cut their toenails, and they would have won.
Well, I mean, a couple flags here and there, but yeah, I mean, he can do it with Derrick Henry. Everybody just, I want 100% health from now on, and that's going to be an awesome matchup if we see them in the championship again, back to back.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Next game, Cardinals Packers. Cardinals suck. Not really that big of a deal. Another big, huge pickup for me in fantasy. I know nobody cares. I picked up Packers defense. Shout out to the 17 points. Give me that dub. Anything for you, Cardinals Packers? Who cares? They suck. Packers are looking good.
Yeah. Jordan Love is back. That receiving core is reinvigorated.
Yep.
Romeo Dobbs came back from injury and caught 2 touchdowns.
I thought he got suspended a game because he missed a meeting or something.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, he
Yeah.
got suspended by his own team. He wasn't injured. But hey, he came back like his hair was on fire, man. And
yeah.
that, their offense is like they have 4 receivers who are all really good. So
Yeah.
that's kind of how they were with Aaron Rodgers too. Like I remember when we played them in the playoffs, and he just picked on our 4th corner all day long. He's like, "Oh, this guy's a practice squad player. Our fourth wide receiver is good." And yeah, he just picked on the same guy the whole time. And it feels like that's how it is with the Packers now. They're just like,
No,
"Oh,
it does.
who's the worst DB on the field? We're fucking going after him."
Yeah, no, they look great. Colts Titans next game. Joe Flacco.
No,
Joe Flacco, baby.
First
Joe
of all,
Flacco, baby.
speaking of fantasy, I lost by 5 points this week in my big money league. Check Saturday night. Anthony Richardson has been upgraded to probable.
Yeah.
I check in. I set my lineup. Okay, I put him in.
Yeah.
I check in after my soccer game Sunday afternoon. Anthony Richardson is out. He's serving as the team's emergency quarterback. I lost by 6 points, Terry. I had fucking Baker Mayfield on my bench.
Oh, that's your fault. You know they were playing the Saints.
I'm starting Anthony Richardson if he's in the game, bro. Every time that he's been healthy, he got me like 35 points. So
35. Realistically, how many points has he gotten? Because he started what, 2 games, 3 games?
He only got hurt. He was only healthy for like 1 fucking game, and he dropped 35.
Then you can't say every game he starts. He's played 35. He's only played
when he's healthy.
game.
When he's healthy, yeah. He's only
I
played
can't.
19 games since he was in high school, Terry.
I can't trust him. He's awesome, bro, but I can't trust him, bro. I wouldn't
I'm
draft him. I wouldn't pick him.
I'm sick of this injury reporting, and I'm sick of this bullshit that the teams will just come out here and lie. Christian
No,
McCaffrey's had a 2 torn
I
Achilles
told
for
you about
8 months,
this. Stop
and
talking
these.
about McCaffrey. I told you he was hurt. I
I'm
don't want
talking
to hear
about the
that.
whole injury reporting like Fugazi bullshit. Like,
No, no,
it's a
no.
good thing I ain't have no money to be betting on this shit because
No, that's
otherwise I would
facts.
have lost more.
You could, or you could take the money away. Because you knew he was out by Saturday afternoon. If you're betting, you need to pay attention. You need to get on
No,
the
bro.
laptop.
I checked it Saturday night. He was
Oh, you said
upgraded to probable. They
okay. I didn't know you
upgraded
said
him,
that.
and then the next morning they said he's out.
So he was a late game scratch.
Yeah. After they
I will.
upgrade him to probable.
I'll one up you. I'll still won my game, but I will one up you.
I
James
lost to
Cook.
fucking Haji.
No, no, no. James Cook, running back for the Bills. Monday night game. Late scratch.
Oh.
Nothing I can do about that.
Oh.
If I needed him to score, and like it was an ESPN alert that came to my phone that was like, oh, an improbable happening. James Cook, late scratch right before the game. I'm like, wow. Really?
Do you want to cut him for the backup running back to play one game? That's your only option.
Insane, bro. But anyways, let's keep it moving. Yeah, we don't have to talk Coast Titan. Texas Patriots, still another stinker.
Yeah. Drake
Patriots.
May's first game.
Beautiful. I like the way he was throwing. If you saw something, I'm sure you probably didn't watch that game of all the games.
No, I didn't watch it, but I saw they pop up on Red Zone every time Drake May throw a touchdown.
Yeah.
Threw 3 of them. Not bad for
yeah.
a debut. At least he showed a willingness to push the ball downfield.
Yeah.
One of those throws in the end zone was a nice little dart to the little outside shoulder, somewhat tight coverage. I was like, oh, a lot better than Jacoby Brissett. Their concern is like that offensive line. I don't know how many starters they're down. I think they're down like 3 starters, but the whole reason they ain't playing this long is they didn't want him to get murdered, just like the other UNC. Yeah, and the other UNC guy who was at Washington last year. What was his name?
Sam Howell.
Sam Howell. Yeah, he took like 65 sacks in his rookie year. So I think they're trying to like keep that shit to a minimum. But you can watch one game and see Drake May is 10 times better than Jacoby Brissett.
For sure. But like, bro, just come up with a fucking different game plan. Stop pissing me off. Like, they pay you guys hundreds of thousands of dollars, some of them millions, to be a fucking football coach in the NFL. I don't want to hear, oh, he's going to get crushed. Do different shit. Max protect him then.
Let's run all our routes with 2 players.
I don't care. I'm not trying to, like, throw him to the wall, block. What are you talking about? Throw him to the wall. Get 6 blockers, 7 blockers. What are we doing? Drake May should have been week 1. Jacoby Brissett can't throw past 30 yards.
That's so generous. That's so generous. I don't think he's thrown past 11 yards this season.
They aren't running routes past 10, so there's no need for him to throw it past 30. I mean, come on, bro. I'm blaming the coaches, bro. Fuck all that player. Like, nah, man. Come up with a game plan, dog. I'm eating on the camera. I'm pissed.
But yeah, about time that Drake May got on the fucking field. You take somebody number 2, you don't expect him to sit the whole season with Jacoby Brissett in front of him. Yeah. So glad the rookie got blooded. Glad he got on the field. Nothing else to say about this game. The Texans are way better. I thought, did he have a fumble too?
2 fumbles, 1 interception, I think.
There you go.
I'll check again. CJ Stroud, he's back, though. I'll say that.
He's
CJ, 2 picks, 1 fumble. My bad. Yeah, no. CJ Stroud is back. I've been sleeping on him a bit because they kind of started the season off a little slow, but Texans, they look pretty good, and the division's bad. Run it up.
No Nico Collins, no problem.
Nope, run it up. Oh, brother, can we talk? Can we talk Eagles Browns?
Can we talk about how the Eagles coach was talking shit to his own fans in the 4th quarter? Turn around and then apologized after the game, and then brought his fucking kids to the press conference so that he wouldn't get like peppered with hard questions. He's like, I got a 2-year-old on this knee, I got a 4-year-old on this knee. There's no way that you'll make me look bad in front of the national media. Guess what, bud? You made yourself look fucking bad.
let's talk Nick Sirianni for a second because it's week. So we got the real Nick Sirianni. He stood up. He said, "I'm here." Week 6. He tried
And
to be
then we said,
reserved.
sit down.
He tried to be reserved first 5 weeks. He came into the season saying, I'm gonna be chill on sidelines. I'm gonna be more professional. He said the players wanted him to be emotional. He said they needed him to be emotional so they could fire him up, win some games, play better. You beat the Browns by 4 in Philly. Browns are absolute trash. You shaved your head. Over under on a random head shave. I'm actually sane in the brain. No, this dude's a little nuts. I don't know what's going on with him. The whole Steph Curry, I'm gonna bring my kid to the podium. I'm still asking a hard question. Hey,
That was
why?
the man of a move, or that was the move of a man who knew that he was going to get fired if he lost to the Browns. That was what that
You
was.
think?
That was, yeah, those kids, they were like shields. He was throwing one up to block the projectiles. He had the other one here for the body blows. He was like,
Yeah,
y'all shield me from all this criticism. And guess what? It didn't work. What's the
of
first
course
thing he
not.
said in the press conference? Oh, the 2 worst play calls of the game on offense and defense. I overrode my coordinators and made those calls myself.
What's up with
This
this
is
dude?
how you start off the press conference. This is how you rebound from arguing with your own fans and talking shit. Like,
What's up with this guy, bro?
name
But
name another NFL head coach that has to be like held back by their security guard in the middle of the game, where the head of security for the team is like telling the coach, "You got to get your head in the game, man. You got to calm down. We're playing the Browns this week." I mean, if they fired Nick Sirianni, they might as well just promote Big Dom. I don't think anything will change.
I don't know, bro. Like, it's so weird because they made the Super Bowl off of Jalen
Two
Hurts was
great
a
coordinators who are both head coaches now. That's what
no,
they made the Super Bowl
but
off.
like that's the shit that makes me sick. That shit makes me sick about fucking football. It's like if Messi has a different coach, he's still gonna be like. Well, let me not even use a great fucking player, but I'm just saying in other sports, coaching is not that important. It's to where like one year Jalen Hurts looks like an MVP. You change the coordinator next year, he looks like one of the worst fucking quarterbacks in the league. I really hate that, but that's just me. I don't know what's going on in Philly. They have 2 amazing receivers. Jalen Hurts has never been more inaccurate, bro. It pisses me off watching this dude week in and week out. I told you, bro, they need a fucking gunslinger if this dude's gonna be playing like this. He's playing like I don't even. It's not even football, dog. It's just run the ball. He might run the ball. If the option's not there, he's running, or we're gonna give it to Saquon. Like,
Can we get to 3rd and 6 so we could run it and make it 4th and 2 and then do the tush push?
just do tush pushes all game. I'd rather see that than this dude throw the ball.
The Eagles are gonna be the first rugby team to play in the NFL.
I mean, shout out to AJ Brown because he's amazing. I think this is his first game back. 6 receptions,
Yep.
100 and something yards or whatever. Like, but God, bro, it really does make me upset. Like, if they had somebody that could really throw the ball, they would be amazing. Like, Philly would be awesome. We wouldn't even talk about Sirianni because it's like, hey, it doesn't matter. Their QB is nice and their receivers are like awesome. And Saquon, a lot of people want to talk shit about running backs. These past couple of years, like it's unimportant. Dude's a beast.
Look at the
Generation.
Dallas Cowboys.
Horrible. Like
Can't run the ball.
absolute trash. Yeah.
But in
Eagles are
terms
in
of Nick
trouble. Dude.
Sirianni, like, how are you going to lead the team when you don't even know your own identity as a man? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
you're not
no,
even
that's
comfortable
facts.
in your own
That's
shoes, being
facts.
yourself. How are you going to lead 53 grown men who all make
No,
more
that's
money
true.
than you? The
Yeah,
Eagles, they're in a
man,
bad way. It looks
they're in
like this whole
trouble.
thing is lining up for the Commanders to take control. And a big
Probably.
reason of that too is because the Cowgirls could not stop a sniffle.
They suck. You want to talk about that game?
Yeah,
Lions?
yeah. Let's talk about
Absolutely.
the Cowboys, man, and their
Ugh.
historically bad run defense.
47-9.
Terry, so far this season, the Cowboys have I don't even know what the fucking verb is. Surrendered a negative 22.3 cumulative expected points added on run plays.
Mm.
We are 6 games into the season. 22 points above expectation on just run plays. Terry, you want to know what the second worst team in the league is? It's the
Panthers?
Los Angeles Rams.
Oh God.
They've surrendered -8 points. The Cowboys are 14 points worse on run plays than the
They suck.
second worst team in the league. This is historically bad. Somebody at the Athletic, they went and looked up like the last 30 years of
Yeah.
defense. This is the worst run defense in 30 years, Terry.
Wow.
The
Jesus
only
Christ.
team that's been close to them was last season's Carolina Panthers.
Wow, dude. That's
This,
insane.
honestly, Detroit, they're the perfect team to expose a team like that. They can't run the
Yeah,
ball.
yeah, for sure.
Detroit averaged over 5 yards a carry. Terry, their longest run in the game was 12 yards.
That's crazy. So they just pounded him and pounded him and pounded him all day. It's insane. And they
Like,
play the 49ers next week.
yeah, and they play the 49ers next week. And that's just one side of the ball. Now we got to talk about what's happening with their offense.
Dak
They had the
Prescott.
ball 11 times on Sunday. Yup, starts and ends with Dak Prescott. They did not score a single touchdown on 11 possessions. Out of 184 offensive performances this season, the Cowboys showing last week ranked 183rd in expected points added per drive. And this is not just a one-game thing. They're 26th in the NFL in offensive DVOA. This season, Prescott is 27th in dropback success rate, just ahead of Jacoby Brissett, just below Daniel Jones. He ranks 29th out of 31 qualifying quarterbacks in turnover-worthy plays percentage. And then to cap it all off, last season, Dak Prescott had the second lowest turnover worthy rate. So he's gone from literally being one of the two best quarterbacks in the league in
Yep.
protecting the football to being one of the two worst. The Cowboys are 3-3. So on paper, they look fine. Guess what? They play the 49ers, the Falcons, the Eagles, the Texans, and the Commanders next. They're cooked. The Cowgirls are cooked. The season is over. Put a fork in them now. They're a bust. They're a disgrace.
Yeah.
They're bad on both sides of the ball. They can't run the ball with anybody. Dak Prescott is throwing the ball into triple coverage, and the defense couldn't stop COVID if they had 3 booster shots. I'm out. This ain't your season, Cowboys. And I wish Skip Bayless was here to tell me it was.
Nah, I think even Skip would put a fork in these guys. It's yeah, man, I think they're in trouble. I wanted to say maybe there's a slight chance, but when you actually do a deep dive of the season, they put up a fighting chance against the Ravens, and that's the best they've looked all season because they beat the Browns, who we now know are absolute trash with Deshaun Watson. I don't know what they will look like without him.
Probably
They
a
beat
winning team.
They beat the Steelers because unfortunately that game people are kind of figuring out Justin Fields and like they're throwing problem. George Pickens also didn't really play like super well in that game, wasn't helping them out, and they don't have a second receiver that's worth a shit. And then they beat the Giants, who we all know are just absolutely horrible. Shout out to Daniel Jones and that contract you got. Shout out to these quarterbacks getting these contracts, though.
So their 3 wins came against 3 of the 5 worst offenses in the NFL.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gives me a lot of confidence for that historically bad run defense.
Yeah. Now they're done, man. And now I don't even know why I'm upset about it, but
because they're not even relevant. Like why I'm upset about it is because we know that the national media is not going to talk about them any less.
No, yeah, that's the problem.
Instead of them talking about a team that's actually good enough to make the playoffs, they're going to spend an hour-long segments on all these shows talking about the moribund, pathetic Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm saying.
Why are they America's team though? Like, was it like they got good right when like TV just started to pop or something? Like, I don't understand why there's Yankees, Cowboys, fucking Lakers fans. What's up with
Yeah.
this? Like, why are the Cowboys America's team? I don't get it. I
It's
just don't get it.
Jerry Jones, the businessman, man. He bought the team and then they were like redoing the TV rights. And he put his foot down and was like, no, I'm not signing this fucking contract. If y'all want to sign this contract, go ahead. But the Cowboys are going to have their own fucking TV and like image rights. And so people just let him do that shit. And so the next year, he reached out to Fox himself and was like, I want you to carry fucking 8 Cowboys games a season. And I'm gonna sell you this package. And the Fox had never had
Pause.
NFL games before then. And so then he changed the dynamic of the whole NFL, where the Cowboys started playing on Fox every fucking week. Fox started carrying all the NFL games. They won 3 championships back to back to back or whatever in the 90s. And you turn around now and you look, America's team.
Hey, man, it looks like the first time they said it on TV was 1979, but Jones extended it for sure. I know, 1979. Roger Staubach and them. It's
Interesting.
kind of
I
wild, isn't
always
it?
heard it started on the Jerry Jones era, but that's
I just
interesting
see
to
some
hear.
shit from here. I mean, that's the first time it was said on TV. Now, is it true? Who the fuck knows?
It's definitely not true. It's not true today. America's team is the fucking Patriots.
Nah,
They
they're
actually,
popular. They're popular, but I mean, the Cowboys are still the was it number one evaluated team as far as like money, like in the billions
what's
in
more
sports
American,
team.
a cowboy or a patriot?
I mean, a Patriot for sure, but the Patriots are still not America's team. Too much hate. It was too much Tom Brady hate. Love Tom Brady, but it was just too much hate. But
But
hey,
that's
man.
what we love in America. We love to hate.
No, we definitely do. I can put together a bunch of shit games for you, and we can just skip and talk about the Falcons. Chargers, Broncos, don't care. Shout out to Harborough for doing your coaching thing. Steelers, Raiders, who
Yeah.
cares? Steelers absolutely demolished them. Justin Fields still looks like
Oh,
shit.
hold
Shout
on,
out to
hold
you.
on.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Let's pause on Steelers Raiders.
Go
Did
for
you
it.
see what the Steelers safety fucking posted on Instagram this morning?
No. What do you say?
So Mike Tomlin announced that they're gonna like give Russell Wilson the starting reps in practice, and they're like
Uh-huh.
ramping him up to take over the starting job for Justin Fields.
Yeah.
And the safety for the Steelers posted a picture of Osama bin Laden with Mike Tomlin's face superimposed over the top of it, and they captioned it Osama bin Tomlin.
Come on, son. What is that? What is that?
Diabolical. He's trying to blow up the team.
Oh my God. Oh man, that's funny, man. Do you think Russell should start?
Fuck no. The
Yeah.
Steelers are 4-2. Justin Fields only has 1 turnover the whole season. 10 touchdowns, 1 turnover. He just scored
Yeah.
like 2 rushing touchdowns last week. Arthur Smith likes quarterbacks who can run. He likes
Yeah.
quarterbacks who can throw to the middle of the field. Guess what Russell Wilson can't do at this stage of his career?
He
Either
can't do
one.
anything.
So I
Yeah.
don't know what the fuck they're thinking. It costs him nothing. They're paying him like $1 to be on the roster. It's not like you
Yeah.
have any obligation to play him.
No,
Fuck
I
him.
don't know. Just keep playing.
Yeah.
Justin's fine. Dude, try to develop him. Shit. It might
Hey,
work out for you.
Osama bin Tomlin, he's not content. We gotta blow this up.
I mean, I think like I
Osama bin Tomlin wants a more explosive offense, and that's pretty clear at this point.
I don't know if Tomlin like wants to win with the garbage quarterback or I don't know what's going on. Like it seems like at this point he's just doing it on purpose. He's like, 4-2. It's not difficult enough. Give me Russell Wilson. I want him to start next week versus the Giants. Let's just toy around with the Giants and have Russell just look inept at everything, and we'll still win and be like, I'm the greatest coach of all time. Osama bin Tomlin, baby. I love it. That's a good one.
It's his new nickname forever now. I'm never
That's a
referring to
good
him
one.
as anything other than Osama bin Tomlin. It's
That's a
fantastic.
good one, bro. Sorry to the Chargers and Broncos fans, but yeah, it's not much to talk about, bro. You
But
guys
yeah,
are
let's talk about
very
the
boring.
fucking Falcons, huh? I'm
Yep,
sick of this
38-20.
shit.
Panthers.
Guess what? It would have been 45-20 if we didn't have a pick six on the last play and then the cornerback goes down on the 1 yard line so we can kneel the ball out and win the game. Have you ever seen a defensive player do that where they stop at the 1 yard line? I've seen
Yeah.
running backs do it. I've seen wide receivers. I've never seen a corner who has this is his first interception in NFL. Here's a chance for a pick six. And he's like, let me fall down on the 1 yard line so we can deal this out.
The NFL has
Team
tricked
first,
these
baby.
guys. The NFL has tricked these guys, bro. You need to get that bag, dog. One interception, one touchdown. Give me that money.
Bro, there was like 10 seconds left. I would have ran right through the end zone into the locker room like Michael Vick. I would have been like, all right, see you guys later.
Was he about to get
Game's
hawked
over.
down? Was it close?
No. He was wide open. Yeah. He just stopped.
I would have just stopped, but actually scored. Looked at the clock, ran all the way across the field, wait for it to be double zeros, and then laid down in the end zone. Touchdown.
Yeah.
Game over. End the game like that. Good team play. I can understand in certain situations, but like y'all were killing them. Like if you're up by, if you make the score, you're up by 10 or something. Like I can understand, but we can't give them the ball back. They can still kick an onside and might score and blah blah blah. But this, just score, dog. Stop with this team shit. NFL doesn't give a fuck about y'all. Y'all shouldn't give a fuck about them.
Well, Terry, we scored too much. He was like, we can't keep scoring. This is disrespectful. We need to pump the brakes at some point. A week after throwing for 500 something yards and winning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah.
Now we balance. We ran a ball for 200 yards. Bijan had 95 yards and 2 touchdowns. Tyler Algier 105 yards and a touchdown.
Yep.
200 yards, 3 touchdowns on the ground. But it wasn't like all we could do is run. Cousins threw for 225. Drake London had 75 yards and a touchdown. Kyle Pitts has now posted back-to-back games with more than 60 yards for the first time since his rookie season.
Is he back?
No. But they do find a way to get him open for like 150-yard catch per game. I will say that. Like all his yards come from one gigantic play where he starts blocking and then nobody guards him and then he leaks out, and we do that shit every time. So
do you think Kirk is throwing it to him enough?
Yeah. I mean, he threw it to him in the red zone, like one-on-one with a fucking nickelback. He threw him a fade and Kyle Pitts stopped and never turned around and looked for the football on a crucial third down in the end zone. So it's like, you keep doing shit like that, you don't earn more opportunities.
Yeah. But if someone traded for him, what round pick do you think you'd get back for Kyle Pitts? 3rd, 4th, 5th round pick. All right, Kyle Pitts, you're done. Trade him. Get him out of there. Costing too much money.
No, we can't get him out of there. We're too balanced, man. Like we're versatile.
No, y'all are good.
We can, when you give us a stack box like the Bucks did. Okay, Kirk Cousins will throw for 500 yards. You try to guard all of our receivers one-on-one like the Panthers did. Okay, we'll run the ball for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. Like this offense has shown they can beat you whatever way, however you want it, baby. We'll give it to you. We got whatever you need here. Off to our best start since 2016. Most yards we've ever had in 2 games since that 2016 Super Bowl season when we were scoring 34 points a game. We're 4-2. We got a bend but don't break defense. We're stingy in the red zone. Reminds me of a certain team that went to the Super Bowl.
Nah, the Falcons are good, but you still need to. Got to see some more games. What's the schedule looking like? Who y'all got next?
We only have the easiest remaining schedule in the NFL.
It's only because you're in the NFC South. I'm trying to look at the schedule and see if there's like a hard. No, damn, these are wow. You got a bunch of easy ass games. Damn.
Yeah, bro.
Just for people listening, they got Seahawks. It's not easy, not hard. Bucks.
Hardest game left on the schedule is the Seahawks.
So it's Seahawks, Bucks, Cowboys, Saints, Broncos, Chargers, Vikings, Raiders, Giants, Commanders, and then Panthers. That's a really easy schedule.
Let's go, baby. We going all the way.
Man.
It's our season.
Hey, look, you better get if you don't get 13 wins, you're getting spanked in the first round. Facts. Okay. Absolute facts.
Okay.
Hey, I'm just telling you, bro. You got it.
How the times have changed. We were 1-2. The world was falling apart. Kirk Cousins, he can't play on his back foot.
Falling apart at 1-2.
We're tipping all of our plays. We only run pistol when we run. We only run shotgun when we pass. The
Long
most
season, man.
predictable offense in the NFL.
Long season.
Look at us now.
It's a long season. Nobody was counting you out. Kirk did look horrible week 1, though. We can
We'd been
definitely say
five and
that.
one if we didn't blow that fucking Chiefs game too.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, and the Chiefs are America's team, to be honest with you. And the refs will cook for them a bit. The refs will cook for them a bit. Everybody doesn't want to admit it, but they'll cook for them a bit. Yeah, you guys are
Hey, I
good.
know you don't give a fuck about the Falcons. That's probably all we have to say. Let's
No,
talk
no,
about these.
you got a balanced team, bro. You got a balanced team. That's it. I didn't say anything bad. Just you
I
need to win
know
13 games.
we will. Probably not. Let's talk about the refs though, because that Bills Jets
Bills Jets
game,
Monday. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, dude.
probably the
Was
most
that
unwatchable football game I've ever seen in my life.
you watched that one too last night
I watched
or
some
today's
Monday.
Wednesday? Yeah.
Yeah, I watched some of it and I turned it off. I was like, this is not fun. Like the refs are just ruining this game. Every drive is like 3rd and 20 because of all these penalties.
Yeah.
Um, what do you think, man? You think the refs got a little overzealous? Did they get a little bit of
Um.
mall cop fever, needing to flex their authority? Were they
So
legitimate fouls and both teams need to get it together? Like what happened?
so realistically, right? So this isn't, is it this isn't our full-time job. It's
No.
something on the side that we do. We like to watch a bunch of the games when we can and talk about it and just have a good time. I had a fucking game Monday night.
Oh
So
yeah.
normally the football games, yeah, but the football games that Monday night started at what, like 8 o'clock, like 8:15, right? Is usually kickoff, right?
Yeah.
I played a game. My game starts at 8:45. I come home. I'm like, all right, game's over. Plus, James Cook was hurt. It was a late fucking, alert that he was hurt. That kind of pissed me off. He's on my fantasy team. So I was like, all right, fuck it. I don't even care. I come home to eat dinner at like 10 something. I get an ESPN alert that says the fourth quarter is just starting because the refs, controversial
Because
calls and all
it
that.
said that on the notification
Yeah,
because the
yeah,
refs.
yeah. No, like straight up. I don't know if I clicked on it. Hopefully it's still in my alerts, but that's exactly what the verbiage said. And I was like, yo, the fourth quarter just started. It was like 10:20 at night, East Coast time, 10:20 p.m. I'm like, all right, let me tune in.
Nope, let me tune
Unwatchable.
out. Let me
This is
tune
one of the
out.
most. That was one of the most unwatchable fourth quarters. I saw Greg Zerline miss another kick. Apparently, he missed one earlier in the game. Bass made a kick. Nobody was really moving the ball in
Mike
either
Williams
side.
ran the wrong route 2 games in a row to end the game.
Aaron Rodgers, come on, we can talk about that. But it was sloppy. It
No,
kind of
Terry,
like
let's talk about what the people really want to know. I want to hear about your Monday night soccer game.
no.
Did
Look,
you take Benadryl before? Were you playing center back or outside back? What happened? Did you win?
no. We'll
Did anyone
transition to
take all
that.
their clothes off after they missed a penalty? Like what happened, Terry?
Shout out Kevin Alba. Nah, man. Look, dude. I need
Listen,
a
Terry.
petition. I need a petition for dome teams in the North. I'm sick of this shit. That
Okay, so
was
you're just going to ignore my question. Okay,
yeah. I'm
all right.
out. No, we're
Because
not talking about
we're talking about
adult
it.
outdoor soccer games. No,
Because
I'm kidding.
I finally did something good in one of my adult league games, and that was a transition for me to talk about me, Terry. But thank you for throwing the alley oop out of bounds like Carl Anthony Towns.
We're talking Bills Jets. It was an ugly game, bro. The refs are absolute trash. Josh
All right,
Allen,
enough
whatever.
about them. More about me. All right,
I'm
got to
still
win
going to
this.
go back to you.
Must win game. Got to win it to make the playoffs in our league. All right. Had a couple noteworthy plays. Number one, I've been talking shit to our goalkeeper all year. He fucking sucks. I keep telling everyone I could put on a penny and be 10 times better than this guy. They don't want to listen. All right. We're playing a shit team. They score from 40 yards out where our goalkeeper is standing at the PK spot holding his dick and nuts.
And the
From the
nuts.
kick, yeah, from the kickoff, I look at my buddy. I go, hey, let's fucking go. All right, we're going right through this team. He passes to me. I dribble two people, pass to him, play a 1-2, take a
Yeah.
shot, get a goal right off of the fucking kickoff. What
Yeah.
happens right after that? They score another bullshit goal where they shoot it right at the goalie and it goes through his hands into the goal. So now I look at him again. I was like, "Hey, let's go again." He passed to
Yeah.
me. I do like a step over. I do a fake. The
Yeah.
pressing player falls on the ground and breaks his own ankles because he thinks I'm about to go on another run. I just stopped and I pointed at him and waited for him to get up. And then he started charging right at me. And then I just toe poked it through his legs for a pass to,
Oh
to the winger.
God.
And I
Oh
turned
my
around and
God.
started laughing at him.
That's
Then
embarrassing.
it gets better. The winger sends me through on goal, and the goalie comes out. I get a little toe poke to it to finish it, but
Yeah.
obviously I'm running as fast as I fucking can. I can't
So
stop.
like 8 miles an
So,
hour. Yeah.
yeah. So the goalie comes out, and I ran this man over. I completely trucked this dude. He's laying on his back. I'm doing a push up off of his chest in a fucking 6 yard box. Referee calls that shit back. 2 minutes later,
Oh, tough.
here's my starring moment, Terry. This is how
Yeah.
you know that I suck now. Um, they, I'm playing forward, force a pass back to the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
This dumbass goalie picks it up rather than being under pressure by me because he
Oh,
knew I was going to
okay.
steal it off his foot. He
Yeah.
picks it up immediately. I know, indirect free kick. Got to
Yeah.
know the rules. I
Uh-huh.
grabbed this shit out of his fucking hands, put it right
Yeah.
down in the six, and pass it to another player while they're arguing with the refs. He
Yeah.
fakes a shot, four guys slide across the field. He passes it back to me, and I tap it into an empty goal.
Goal?
Your boy got a goal, Terry.
That's fire right there.
Your
That's pretty
boy
fire.
scored a goal.
Over 30?
2 weeks in a row. No. We playing against 18-year-olds, baby.
Oh,
We
that's
playing
tough.
against them young, fit. They got feathers coming out. They running so fast.
But you guys are playing on the weekends or during the week?
Sunday night, baby. Sunday night. Best goal I
Sunday
ever
night
scored in my
games.
career. A fucking tap in.
Honestly, I can't even remember a goal that you scored
Didn't
for
score a
like
lot.
Triangle United. Did you score for like when we were on the same team? Did you score a goal?
Yeah, I scored 4 that season. Two. I had 2 braces.
Oh,
One.
okay, okay. That's how it's
Yep.
done. Yep.
One came from a corner kick where just like the near post got ducked and I was in the 6 yard box and tapped it in. Uh, the other came from like Nathaniel fucking hitting a shot at the goalie and me getting a tap in.
Yeah.
Another one. Hold on. What was my third goal?
Do you remember or not?
I may have only. I thought I scored 2 braces. As I'm going back, I may have only scored one, Terry, and I counted twice.
Just as nice. We counted it twice.
Hey, the
Nah, man,
moral of the story, guys, is I'm crushing the adult league. Yeah, we're not going to make the playoffs. Yeah, we have a -20 goal differential. But you know what?
one
Against
goal.
the 2 shittiest teams in the league, your boy scored.
You
Give it up
have
for me.
-20. Are you serious? Are you just joking?
No, I'm dead serious. I
Yeah,
didn't play. I
what?
didn't play 2 weeks ago, and we lost 12-1.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. God damn, 12 to 1 is.
Every game that I don't play, we lose by like 8 goals. So
And you play
yeah,
forward though.
no, I play center back.
Oh, that's right. You did tell me you play center
Yeah, I
back.
just went up to go play forward because they scored, and I was like, "This team sucks. Like, give me the fucking ball." Bro, my first game playing for the adult league team, I'm shielding the ball. This dude
Yeah.
fouls me for 10 seconds while I'm shielding it. And eventually I just gave up and turned around to the ref. And I was like, what the fuck? Instant yellow card. Had to have a discussion with my director afterwards about use of appropriate language.
Because that's
like,
your like coaches league, right, or whatever.
yeah, dude, they're like kids there on the sidelines and shit that are like, I coach in the youth academy. Who I like, you
Oh
know me.
man,
You know how I
yeah.
play.
I mean, you're playing.
I'm
We're in a
foaming
game.
at the mouth. I'm fucking talking shit to everybody.
Yeah.
I'm in the zone. I scored 2 weeks ago and did the suck it right in the goalie's face.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
think
aware
that's
of anyone on the sidelines.
But that's
Gotta
the
be a little
problem though.
better.
Like if you're that's why I've tried to cut it off and not play in some of the more competitive ones. Cause like I'm 32 now, I'm slowing down, about to have a kid and shit. But every now and then, these motherfuckers still be trying to bring it out. I'm like, yo, I'm literally trying to chill. If you turn it up, like it's gonna be a problem if you do this. Like I'm passing the ball, I'm chilling out, I'm doing my thing. You
Dude,
step on me once, I'm fucking you up, and
I'm
I'm
talking
gonna keep
shit like
talking
it's
shit.
basketball. They pass the
Yeah.
people, and I'm like, self check, don't guard them.
Yeah, these people are crazy, man. I mean, the league I'm playing with Grant right now, so we're chilling. We are sitting at a nice 3-3-1. We're chilling right now.
A lot of ball rolls to the outside of my right foot.
Uh,
Grant, his signature move, the roll
yeah.
fucking Matthews.
Nah, he plays different now. He plays different
Oh
now. He's
yeah.
actually decent. This was the league where I missed. I think I missed like 2 games because I didn't tear my hamstring, but I strained it or something or whatever the fuck.
He tore it off the bone, and he's back.
Now I'm back. I mean, since we're pretty much done with the whole football shit, you want to go ahead and talk about Poach?
Oh, hold on. While we're on the Jets, because we're still on the Jets, right? They traded for Devontae Adams.
You going back?
We talking about the refs.
We talked
We're
about
going
it.
back. We ain't talking about trading for Devontae Adams.
The
Not
Jets
yet.
traded for Devontae. Okay, no, you're right. You're right.
They
Go
did.
for it.
They
and then Amari Cooper's going where again?
To the Bills, the team that just beat them.
There you go. All right.
The Jets are reunited, and it feels so good.
Aaron Rodgers.
They had no choice. They fired their coach. They demoted their offensive coordinator. They've moved. They have different people calling plays. Like they changed just about everything they could change. Last change that needed to be made, changed Mike Williams, who keeps running the wrong routes.
How can Aaron Rodgers call him out like that in a press conference, bro, and say Mike Williams ran a wrong route? Like, come on, Aaron.
They asked him what happened. He doesn't have to be Nick Sirianni and bring 2 kids up with him to shield himself. He's like, hey, you're a grown man. You could deal with this criticism.
It's because he's immunized. He can't be touched. He's untouchable, baby. Aaron Rodgers is untouchable, baby. Look, man, I stick a fork in the Jets. Stop
Even with Devontae.
It's over. Did you see the game that they played last night? They could barely move the ball.
Have you seen the fucking AFC? These teams suck.
Nah, the Ravens are good. The Chiefs are good. Who else is?
There we go.
The Texans are still pretty good.
There's 3.
They played the Bills decent.
7 make the playoffs, right?
How many Super Bowl contenders do you need? This isn't the NBA where everybody looks like they can win the championship now. It's like,
hey, you stick a fork in the Jets all you want. I'm not forking them yet. All right,
I'm not forking the Jets.
No, I'm not forking around.
The Jets are 2-4, dude.
Yep, but they just. So you don't believe in Devontae Adams? Is basically what you're saying, that he's not going to make a difference replacing a guy who can't figure out how to run routes in 2 games in a row, who loses the game single-handedly for them. You don't think replacing him with an all-pro wide receiver is going to change anything? Not at
all. Play calling matters in the NFL. It's not like the NBA.
They just fired their play caller. They just turned a play call over to someone else.
So they're going another new playbook with another new player with no they got fucking continuity. They haven't played together in what? How many years?
Just let Aaron Rodgers call all the plays. Just do whatever Aaron Rodgers wants, and then when y'all fucking suck, you can pin it all on one person. And Aaron Rodgers won't be able to be like, oh, I didn't have my best weapons. I didn't have the play caller. Give him everything he fucking wants. And then if he can't get it done, now we know who to blame.
See, now I know where you were going with it. See, I thought you were going another way with it. You hit me with the Magic Johnson.
Double move.
You hit me with that Magic Johnson. You hit me with the big AIDS. Okay. That's a good one. That's a good one right there. I like that. You're right. Blame it on A-Rod, because right now he's looking nice, squeaky, and clean. But really, he's over there cold, shivering. He should have went to Miami. What's he doing in New York? This dude looks pathetic.
He pulling to LeBron James. He's like, yeah, we didn't win because of Darvin Ham.
All I'm saying is,
okay,
he has an absolutely awesome cannon arm. It looks like shit in New York. Did you see that last bomb he threw? That was the interception. Great play by Tyler Johnson, the cornerback from the Bills. He really tried to heave it. It went like 40 yards because in New York, He really, bro, it looked like he tried to yank that joint. And Mike
It
Williams was
looked
like,
like
hey, man, what the hell?
his when he started to throw it, it looked like he was about to launch it. And then he looked up and he was like, Mike Williams is running a fucking wrong route. I gotta
I'm
take some
not.
off this so he can come back to
I'm
me.
not. I'm not giving Aaron Rodgers any benefit of the doubt. Plus, look, bro, it's not even on him specifically. Both of his offensive tackles are like 36, 37.
All right. So this is what I'm talking about. We're already doing the it's not on him shit. Give
No, no,
him
no. I
fucking
didn't say that.
everything he wants.
I
I
didn't
don't
say
want to
that.
hear no more excuses, Aaron Rodgers.
It's on him and the
you,
coach.
you
All
get
of them.
Garrett Wilson. You get your best friend Devontae Adams. You get your second best friend Alan Lazard. You get your whoever you want calling the plays.
His
You
second
have the
best friend.
ability to audible at the line. We gave you everything you wanted. If you don't get it done, this shit's on you. It's not on Nathaniel Hackett. It's not on Mike Williams.
Is this his
It's
last
not on
year?
Robert Saleh. It's not on the owner of the fucking Jets. It's
Is
on
this his last
you.
year? Is this his last year of the contract?
Yeah.
Good. Go to a dome. Go to a dome team. Go dominate. Go show the world what's up.
Just
I'm on Aaron
retire,
Rodgers' side.
man. Just retire.
Robert Saleh is a bad coach, first of all. 20 and 36 was his fucking record. The Jets paid this dude $5 million a year. Hey, yo.
Yeah, it's hard to win
Keep
games
it.
with Zach Wilson.
Look me in my eyes. Keep coaching. Keep winning. Because they're just throwing bags at people. Now let's move on to a coach of a great nation.
Pochettino, Mauricio. Start off hot. You know, we got to get some get back against Panama.
Oh, what? It's over because we lost to Mexico now?
Oh, it's over. It's over. The Pochettino era has come to its conclusion.
No, we just fired a bunch of people because we had to pay him and the women's coach. We can't let go of them now. They literally had to fire like 6 people. There was like, hey, man, had to allocate some funds, move some stuff around. You got to go. Here's your severance package.
Speaking of which, the U.S. Soccer just moved their headquarters to Atlanta and fired half of their employees.
Yeah, for sure. They had
So I'm sure it's unrelated.
They had to.
The good things I liked. Hot start against Panama. Obviously, this is the team that pretty much got Greg Berhalter fired when we lost to them in the Copa America.
2-1, yeah. Red card, Tim Weah, right? Or was Panama red card? I can't remember.
No, yeah. It was Panama, and it was Tim Weah with the red card.
Yeah.
Things that I liked. The intensity, the pressing, the counter pressing, the shape that we played defensively. We ended up defending out of a 5-2-3, which is my favorite formation to press and defend if you're going to play a high line. I absolutely love a 5-2-3. You look at Sporting Lisbon and see all the success they've had pressing out of that, and just kind of leaning into our strengths. They took Musa out of the midfield. They put him out on the wide right where he has a little bit more time and space and doesn't have to check his mirrors and make one-touch passes. He can come back and defend and be that right wing back alongside Anthony Robinson on the other side. And defensively, the press is good. We look pretty solid for the most part, except for that late chance that we gave up. And Musa finally fucking scored after 42 games. He creeps into the box and finishes a nice cross from Pulisic.
Nice little finish.
So I liked the structure. I liked how the midfield players were closer to each other. We saw a lot of times where they would make 3, 4, 5 really quick, short passes, tiki-taka their way out of pressure. That's something I haven't seen the U.S. do ever. And it just looked like they were playing with confidence.
Yeah.
So that's all the stuff I liked. I got a good list, I got a bad list, and I got an ugly list. So why don't we add to the good list and you talk about some of the stuff that you liked from watching its first 2 games in charge.
No, I mean, I completely agree. I think number one for me definitely was the pressure against the other team. Getting out of some of the pressure situations Panama put us up against, and then also pressuring them when we lost the ball. It looked absolutely amazing. Personnel-wise, I like seeing Joe Scally. Dest, I think your time might be up. I like Morris. He looked okay. Busio finally got some more chances. And Josh Sargent is probably not going to be up there.
I like that Morris and Busio, their connection there in midfield.
Yeah.
That looked fucking solid, man.
No,
they're playing through tight spaces. They look like they had some chemistry. What is impressed with you on Scally?
They look good.
Was not as impressed.
Physical, aerial duels, ability to keep the ball and also pass backwards and not just go forwards and just fucking like just
It
being a fucking soccer player and not like
it helped him a lot having Yunus Musa do some of the marauding up the right
yeah, yeah.
flank. You know what I
No, it
mean?
was
Where
it
he
was
didn't have to
awesome.
overlap and get too high.
No, it was awesome. Like Dest is like awesome going forward, and that's it. Just going forward, dribbling. He can't anything else. He's a
He
very
fucking
average
sucks.
player. He's a
He
below
sucks.
average defender, and he is a below average like possession type guy keeping the ball. Like he's really bad at just like he will really just stop the flow of what we're doing. Just if we're just passing it around, just trying to keep it, he's like, nope, we're going forward, boys. Let's do it. I'm like, no,
Double step
buddy.
over. Here we go.
We're up 1 goal with 10 minutes left. Just keep the ball. He's amazing skill, but kind of useless though. Kind of
Yeah.
useless. Not gonna lie. He's a winger, but not good enough to be a winger. It is what it is. Besides that, I mean, with the personnel that was there, they look good. You know, it wasn't the complete strongest team that we've got out there, but I liked what I saw. Pretty much a lot of the things that you said, like I love what they were doing out there. It was good to see Miles Robinson on the bench for the squad, and he actually played in the second game. We could talk about that later, but
Yeah. I
I don't
wish
know
they had
that
kept him on the bench after how he played against Mexico.
he didn't look great. He didn't look great, but he came up. It was a tough injury to come back from. But I mean, besides that, we look good versus Panama. Mexico is a different story. But look, both games still weren't like the complete A team. But with that being said, you have to kind of at least put out a decent performance versus these teams because you're going to see, even though they always are going to play like pretty much their A squad, and we won't just because of how seasons are and all that. They look pretty good. I liked it. I really did. I was impressed.
Panama looked good.
Yeah.
Mexico did not look so good.
No.
But even in that Panama game, I'm concerned about the pillar positions, man. And what I mean is a number 9 and the goalkeeper. Once again, Matt Turner
Balagoon?
sailing passes out of bounds, not under pressure. Let me play it up to the winger 40 yards out of bounds. It's
Yeah.
completely unacceptable. Like, you can't fucking do this shit.
It's pretty
He's
annoying.
so scared. Anytime that he gets under pressure, he just
Yeah.
fucking panics, man.
It's pretty
You
annoying.
can't you can't have that if you're going to be a starter for a World Cup team. The other thing is the number 9 position. Sargent should have scored 2 goals, had 2 clear chances in the box, blew them both. Pepe had 3 clear chances in the box. He scored 1 and nutmegged the
Got one.
keeper on an
Lucky.
awful finish where he
Yeah,
got
he got
lucky as
lucky.
shit.
He got super lucky. Horrible finish.
Haji Wright didn't do anything as usual.
Yeah.
It's a
He's got to
fucking
he's got to
world,
he's got to
man.
get stopped.
Yeah.
He's got to be stopped. No more
And
calls.
Falarin Balogun is out for 2 months after dislocating his shoulder.
Yeah. But we
So
know that's
there's
the guy. That's the guy.
he's the guy. He's gonna have to be the guy because
He's awesome.
the other options are beyond horrible. Like Josh Sargent, I love that you like to press. I love that you run your ass off. I love the link up play and the intensity. If you're gonna play with one number 9, you need to be able to make tap-ins in the 6-yard box. And if you
Yeah.
can't fucking do that, you can't play for the US, dude.
But see, that's the thing. That's the thing I do like about Pepe, even though like if you score, you score. You know what I'm saying? Like we both have played forward in different positions. Sometimes if you just put it on frame, like I'll take it, opposed to like Wondolowski versus Belgium. You know what I'm saying? Or Josh Sargent most of that fucking Panama game. If you put it on frame, sometimes you'll score. But yeah, I mean, he doesn't look great in other facets of the game. I'll definitely say that. Hold up play, absolute trash.
Is there another international guy who has like a dad who was in the U.S. military who we can convert to being a number 9? Like, clearly we can't develop strikers at all. Is there another guy we can go get who has some type of dual nationality? Because that's the only hope I have. If Balogun
Nah.
is hurt for the World Cup, we're fucking cooked, bro. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, no, that's facts. I mean, you coach at a youth level, and we both played like club soccer growing up, which is pretty much AAU. If you guys don't know exactly what that is, but like the forwards sucked. They all sucked, and I'm not gonna make you say anything about the kids that you're coaching right now, but I do not like any of the forwards that I see that are younger than I am. They play like absolute idiots. They only make forward runs. They don't know how to hold the ball up. And it's been like that since I've been about 9 years old. I'm 32. It's been like that for a long time. I don't know where the fuck Clint Dempsey came up from and where he was playing. He looked awesome. Donovan also,
Hey,
I don't know
that's
where
what he
these dudes
said to
came
Micah
from.
Richards. You
Yeah.
don't know where I'm from, dog.
Because I would even say, like, the fact that Josie Altidore has, what, like 100 caps or something like that? Like, dude looked, it's nice and dandy when you're 16 to 22 and you're like, oh man, he's making a few mistakes, not making it. 23 to 29. There's a reason he's 32 and out of professional football. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Probably the only person who's been capped 100 times for a national team to be not playing at 32 years old.
Yeah,
Insane.
that's facts. He's
Insane.
he's been trashed since he was 22, though. It just took people 10 years to catch up.
Yeah, we didn't really have much behind him. Yeah, man, I don't
Yeah,
know. Charlie Davis could have been the guy. He got hurt. But yeah, that was game one. Keep going
yeah.
though. What else did you
And
see?
so we got to the good, we got to the bad. Now let's get to the ugly, which is the Mexico game.
Yeah.
2-0 in Mexico.
Yep.
U.S. didn't create anything. They had no shots in goal in the first half. First time in 25 games that they haven't had a shot on goal. Mexico, more energetic, more dangerous, more intensity, better technical ability. We haven't lost to them in fucking 7 games. We haven't lost to them in 4 games in Mexico.
Yeah.
I know it wasn't our A team. I
Yeah.
know Miles Robinson came in and mishit a clearance to the top of the box and then fouled somebody and they scored right from it. I
Bravo
know,
Jimenez. Beautiful
yeah,
goal.
I know that like we have other guys that we sent home to go back to their clubs and
Yeah.
everything that didn't play. Even so, you're playing against a second-rate Mexico team that hasn't looked good in years,
A while. Yeah.
and you can't get a shot on target. Not not a goal, not a goal. You can't get a shot on target. It was disgusting. I tried to rewatch it because I didn't catch it live. I
Yeah.
turned it off after fucking 30 minutes. I was like, well, I'm out.
Nah, you should have watched it all the way through. We looked really bad the whole time. It changed. No, no, realistically though, when you throw the squads out there, and I will say usually Mexico squads, besides this past 3 to 4 years, like I know pretty much all of them. Didn't know much. I didn't know every person on this team. I knew some of them, but like on
That's
paper,
because half of them aren't Mexican, Terry. They're all like rejects from Argentina and Colombia. Half their
no,
team
no,
is not even Mexican. They're trying to pull the US shit and get guys from other places.
because they just have a horrible system right now. But no, I mean on paper, when you just look at the lineups, route like you want to have at least the best player on the field. Raul Jimenez was the best name on the field, and after that, I was like, yeah, they probably got it. I'm not. Look, bro, it is what it is. It's not the A team. I'm not completely fucking like the only dude who started games for us was Musa and Tim Ream, like World Cup wise, and Anthony Robinson. Besides that, I mean, like, and Matt Turner, whatever. But everybody else, just a bunch of
Oh
fucking
God, I
dudes.
hope not. Oh God, I hope not.
Just a bunch of guys. Scally didn't impress me in this one though. He played good versus Panama, but in this game, didn't do a whole lot to help me out as far as like getting Dest out the fuck out of here. But nah, it is what it is.
Hopefully
I
he
just
can work some magic because there's some holes in this team, man.
Yeah,
There's
I'm gonna
some
let that
fucking
pass.
holes.
We got to just let this one go. This isn't the A team. We're gonna have
Yeah.
to just wash it off. It's
Burn the
fine.
tape.
Yeah,
Burn the tape. Fair enough.
keep it moving. But
Coming up,
a lot of
we
guys have
played.
said like the practices are great. They're way different and way more
Yeah,
intense.
Tim Ream was like, I've never had a practice that long ever.
Which says something. That's kind of crazy to me, but
Yeah, you know, it also says something is that we're starting a 39-year-old center back who plays for Charlotte FC. That's what also
Tim
says something.
Tim Ream. Where's Carter Vickers at?
Where's your boy from Crystal Palace?
Chris Richards? I don't know.
Where the fuck was Chris Richards? We're starting
Maybe they
Tim
didn't
Ream
let
over
them
Chris
go.
Richards.
Maybe they didn't let them go. I don't know. Bro, it probably is easier for like Miles Robinson and Tim Ream because the games are in America and Mexico. They're already on that side of the world. They're just like, Honestly, they probably did call like Carter Vickers, Chris Richards, and there's a couple other guys like over in Europe, and the European teams were just like, no, like you're playing Panama and Mexico who fucking suck, like
In
not.
friendlies.
Yeah,
In
like they're
friendlies.
not getting hurt in these games. Like there were actual World Cup qualifiers that went down during this month.
Yeah.
We're keeping these guys here because we don't know if those guys are going to be healthy when they come back. Fuck out of here. And Pulisic had to go back too.
Hey, but Pochettino, he may have earned some trust. He's like, listen, if I'm not going to use these guys, I'll just send them right back to you. He
Yeah,
sent Pulisic back. He sent fucking Weston McKennie back.
McKinney. Yep.
Who else did he send? He sent like 6 guys back, and he was like, "Yeah, we're
Yep.
just not going to play against Mexico. Go back, rehab, get your bodies right."
Yeah.
So y'all don't need to be so cautious with us. All right, we're not like this Spanish national team that's going to play Pedri and Gavi and Lamine Yamal in 80 games a fucking season when they're teenagers.
Yeah. It is what it is, man. So I mean, it's promising that we have him as a coach, man. But overall, I'm gonna just let it go. I'll wait for the next games.
I'm waiting for this Jamaica game. We're playing them in the quarterfinals of the Nations League. That's coming up next month. That's an actual knockout tournament game. As you know, Jamaica is no slouch. They'll probably have the best player on the field once again.
Oh, Mikel Antonio.
Oh, yeah. You want to
You
do
think
a
he's
little
better than
side?
Pulisic?
Well, that's what I was getting to.
Go for it.
I think Pulisic is the best American player ever to play, but he's not been the best American player to ever play for America, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
He
talent.
is
Yeah.
he has not replicated his form and like his responsibility for AC Milan on the national team level. And I had this argument this past the Panama game. I was watching with my boy, and I was
Yeah.
like, he was like, Pulisic's the GOAT, all this shit. I was like, he's still not even close to Landon Donovan. He's not in the same stratosphere.
He's got to
And
do
then,
more in the jersey, yeah, for sure.
yeah, I looked up their fucking records. Landon Donovan scored more goals than him, has 4 times as many assists.
Mhm.
Pulisic, he has something like 17 assists in 75 games.
Yeah.
Like, you're the offensive fulcrum. You're supposed to be the best player on the field. When I said Mikel Antonio is better, your eyes got big as dinner plates. But I guarantee you, Mikel Antonio is going to be better for Jamaica than Pulisic is for the U.S. And that's been a big problem, too.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you're right, but also they really didn't know what to do with him positionally, like when he got there. Like they were like, is he a winger? Is he attacking mid? Oh, let's try him as a false 9. Maybe a little striker here. I think we've kind of figured it out in the last 3 years. Put him on the left side, let him cook. And I think he's been pretty good. In my eyes, I think he's been great in the last 3 years with the shirt on. But
Great.
I think it's been great.
He's been one of the 5 best players in the whole Serie A this year. He's been that fucking good. When are we going to see this guy for the U.S. men's national team? When is that Pulisic, who's a top 5 player in probably the 2nd or 3rd best league in the world, when is that guy going to show up? Because all these other countries that have like a talisman, they always ball out for their country. James Rodriguez for Colombia, fucking Mikel Antonio for Jamaica. You can go up and down the list for like some of these smaller countries. If they have one guy, he's the star of the show. When is Pulisic going to be the fucking star of the show? When is he going to take that responsibility? When is he going to demand the ball? When is he going to stop losing the ball 5 out of 7 times he touches it against Panama?
It's just different.
Sick of the way that we talk about this guy, and I'm sick of his like showing one side of himself in club football and then coming back to represent the Stars and Stripes and playing like just another fucking guy.
Hey, man, if that's what you see, that's what you see. I'm not going to doubt you. The only thing I'll say is like it's just different class. That's all. Like with the club, you get more practice time.
Because playing against Panama is so much harder than playing against Inter Milan. Get the fuck out of here.
Depends on where you are. I will say this. It is different when you're having Rafael Leao and Miles Robinson. You know what I'm saying? Like, not Miles Robinson, Anthony Robinson. I love Anthony Robinson, but like I've said before, he cannot pass the ball with the outside of his foot. He cannot shoot the ball with his laces. It's like he was born in Germany. Everything is with the inside of his foot. He can only run forward. He can run
Can't use
backwards.
his right foot for anything but walking.
No, don't like he kind of's not good at slide tackle. That's the guy that's behind him. Probably from here on out until we get some left back that could be good. Dude isn't great, man. He's an awesome overlapper, great going forward, decent crosses. That's the guy behind him. In the midfield, you never know what you're going to get out of McKinney each game. Tyler Adams, yeah, he's cool, but sometimes distribution wise, leaves a lot out there on the field, lose a lot of balls. Yunus Musa looks great one game, looks like shit the next game. I mean, that's who he has. Now, I'm not saying that's a contributing factor, but it is.
It's not the whole story, but it's a
No,
lot
it's
of
not. But when he gets the ball, it's not always in the most advantageous like opportunities. And sometimes when you play wing, it's easier to stop a winger as it is like James is in the middle of the field. You just can't come collapse them. Like when you're on the edge, sideline, you got sideline, dog. We'll just bring two people, shut that shit down. You go back to fucking Anthony Robinson and we start over.
Bro,
It's hard,
everything
man.
you're saying is super valid and it's correct.
Yeah.
At the same time, just watch the Panama game. He's turning into pressure. He's taking touches 4 yards away from his body. He's taking people on in areas of the field that he has no business doing it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I understand the pieces around him aren't that good, but like if you carry yourself as that guy and you truly believe you're the best player in Serie A, you can't come out here and then lose the ball more times than you keep it against Panama, man.
No, I feel
And
you.
I'm sick of seeing that shit over and over again.
I feel you. But I think what you just said isn't what he believes. I don't think he thinks he's the best at anything. I think he's one of those dudes that's awesome, like Kawhi Leonard. Like he's awesome, but he's not going to say much. He's not going to be a leader. Christian Pulisic does not have a voice of a leader. He still sounds like a kid. He's just a kid who
like
wants to
fucking kid.
Yeah, but he's awesome. But like, for example, we didn't talk about this, and it was a big thing. AC Milan had 2 PKs. He didn't take either one, even though he's the PK taker for the team.
Yeah.
In my position, ain't nobody touching the fuck. Like, if there's a PK, I'm going up and I'm grabbing the ball and I'm taking it every single time. I'm probably not taking a PK.
Especially after you missed the first one.
No, that's facts.
He let him do it. He got cucked twice in the same game.
Theo Hernandez, who's the captain, by the way, he was the captain of that game. Rafael Leao is sometimes the captain.
Fucking left back.
He's good, though. He is a good player. He took the PK the first one. That's fine. He's a captain. Cool. You got it. Tammy Abraham has no fucking, like, he shouldn't even be near the ball. He, like, if the sun is the center of the orbit, you're Pluto, dog. Stay your ass way out there if we're taking a PK. Pulisic needs to take that PK. But I'm saying he's not the take charge guy.
But you're right, man. And maybe that's the heart of the issue. That like anyone else who's of his status, who should be carrying himself the way that he should be, would not allow that to happen. And especially twice. I wouldn't allow that to happen, and I fucking suck. I would tell Theo Hernandez, no, it's mine. Okay? After the game, the coach came out and was like, this can never happen again.
No,
a direct quote.
Yeah, no, it's facts.
It's on Pulisic. It's on Pulisic.
Oh, for sure. Like, man. I think it's only happened to me one time. But I didn't even think it was that serious. We ended up actually losing like that playoff game because of it. Whatever, no biggie. We were up 5-1. I let the kid take the PK.
Oh, you were up 5-1. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you can take it. Go ahead. You got it. He missed it. They scored another goal. We end up winning 5-2. Next game, I miss it because I'm on vacation in DC. I come back. I was just going to go home when I'm coming back. But they were playing the game. The dudes called me up. They're like, hey, man, we're losing. We need you to come back to the game instead of going home. And I was like, you guys got to be fucking shitting me. That one PK fucked it up. And I've taken maybe not 100, but I would say close to that. That's the only time I've ever let someone take it. I've never let anybody take it in any situation. Doesn't matter if I'm playing against fucking 9-year-olds. Give me the ball. I want to score. You gotta take it, man. That's just my story. We fucking
You know,
lost the playoff game. I lost out on thousands of dollars, man. The fucking Mexican League
what you
games.
think you'd at least have that like mentality if you're campaigning to be the greatest American player ever. And what are the
Yeah,
qualities that we fucking like venerate in America that we appreciate? It's arrogance. It's
Donovan, baby.
brashness. It's
Hey,
self-confidence. It's
hey.
individualism, putting yourself above the collective. This is
Capitalism,
the
baby.
yeah, it's the rugged like man by himself who doesn't need anybody else. I'll figure it
Yeah.
all out myself.
Clint Dempsey.
And here's Christian Pulisic. Hey, I know we're down 2-1. I know Theo Hernandez just stole a penalty and missed it. Tammy Abraham, do you want to cuck me too? I'd like to get cucked. And then we see this, and I wonder why he's not the fucking man for the U.S. national team. You're absolutely right, Terry. You're absolutely fucking right.
Yeah, man. It is what it is, dude. He's awesome. And you're right too, bro. He's the greatest talent, probably. Probably. There's still arguments, but I don't think he might not reach that level. Just 50% him, 50% the team. You know?
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, guys, this is another exceptional episode of the Habitual Line Steppers podcast. And we have a treat lined up for you. Next Wednesday, we will be
NBA.
dropping our NBA preview. Terry's got the Eastern Conference. I got the Western Conference. We're
Yep.
going to let you know who to bet on, who's making the playoffs, who's going to be chasing Cooper Flag, who's winning the
Oh,
NBA awards. We'll let you know top to bottom both conferences. So make sure you check in on Wednesday. Until then, make sure you hammer the like button if you haven't
yeah, man.
already. Subscribe to the pod. Talk to us in the comments. I got a comment notification this morning. I got so excited. It was another guy talking on a different video that I commented on that has nothing to do with the channel. So give
It's
me
all
someone
good,
to
man.
talk to, y'all.
Yeah, man. Hey, shout out to sponsors too, man. Shout out to our one and only sponsor that we've had for the last couple episodes. We had some other sponsors. Shout out to yeah, Leg
Leg
Up
up
Picks.
picks, baby.
Leg
Who
Up Picks.
up 31 units last week
Yo,
alone.
running it. They are running it. If you want to bet and bet smart, go with Leg Up Picks, baby. They got me money.
Promo code HLS Pod, you get a month for free. Until then, North Carolina continue to stand up.
Peace.